I slammed the garage door shut, tears blurring my vision as the chain of my old bike dangled uselessly, mocking my failed escape attempt from the chaos inside. Why does everything have to break when I need it most? I muttered, kicking the tire in frustration, only to hear a soft voice behind me. Hey kiddo, looks like you could use a hand, and maybe a listening ear. Turning around, I saw Mrs. Thompson, my best friend Sarah's mom, standing there with a toolbox and a smile that pierced through my storm like sunlight. That afternoon in our quiet suburb of Maplewood, New Jersey, changed everything. I was Alex Rivera, 18 and fresh out of high school, the kind of girl who blended into the background, tomboyish with cropped hair, always in jeans and hoodies, hiding behind sarcasm and solitude. Sarah Thompson had been my lifeline since middle school. We bonded over video games, late-night talks, and dreams of escaping our cookie-cutter town for the buzz of New York City. But lately being around her felt like walking a tightrope over an abyss. Her laughter lit up rooms, her touch, innocent hugs or playful shoves, sent sparks through me that I couldn't name, let alone confess. Mrs. Thompson, Elena, as she'd insist I call her later, was the epitome of effortless grace. In her mid-40s, she ran a small bookstore downtown, the kind filled with indie novels and cozy reading nooks. Divorced for years, she raised Sarah alone, turning their modest ranch-style house into a haven of warmth. That day, as I fumbled with the bike chain, grease smearing my hands, Elena knelt beside me without hesitation. Pass me the wrench, Alex. These old Schwinns are finicky, but they've got heart, just like you. We worked in companionable silence at first, the summer sun filtering through the oak trees lining our street. Neighbors mowed lawns, kids rode scooters, and the distant hum of traffic from Route 78 reminded me we weren't entirely cut off from the world. As she tightened the bolts, Elena glanced up. Rough day? You look like you've been carrying the weight of the world. I shrugged, not ready to spill. But something in her steady gaze cracked my defenses. It's nothing. Just family stuff. Dad's on my case about college, Mom's pretending everything's fine. That was half true. The real storm brewed inside me. Unspoken questions about why boys left me cold, why Sarah's smile haunted my dreams. Elena nodded, wiping her hands on a rag. Families can be a battlefield. Mine was. Grew up in a strict Italian household in Brooklyn. They expected me to marry young, have kids, the whole American dream package. But dreams change, don't they? Her voice softened, carrying a hint of melancholy that drew me in. As we tested the bike, pedaling it around the driveway, she stopped and looked me square in the eyes. Alex, you're a good kid. Strong, smart. But I see you holding back, like you're afraid of your own shadow. Whatever's eating at you, remember. The heart knows what it wants. Denying it only makes the chain snap harder. Her words hit like a thunderclap. I froze, bike wobbling beneath me. Was she seeing through me? That night, replaying the conversation in my room, posters of indie bands and city skylines staring back, I felt exposed. Sarah texted. Mom said you two fixed your bike? She's the best. Wanna hang tomorrow? My reply was casual, but my pulse raced. Little did I know, that fix was just the beginning of unraveling threads that would weave us all into a tapestry of love, betrayal, and redemption. The next weeks blurred into a haze of summer jobs and stolen moments. I worked at the local diner, flipping burgers and dodging greasy advances from truckers, while Sarah volunteered at the animal shelter. We'd meet up evenings, biking to the park or crashing at her place for movie marathons. Elena was always there, a quiet presence, brewing herbal tea, sharing stories from her youth. One evening, as Sarah dozed during a rom-com, Elena and I sat on the porch swing, fireflies dancing in the twilight. You remind me of myself at your age, she confessed, sipping chamomile. Confused, angry at the world for not fitting the mold. I swallowed hard. What mold? She smiled faintly. The one society hands us. Straight lines when life's full of curves. Her hand brushed mine accidentally, or was it sending a jolt? I pulled away, heart pounding. Was this flirtation? No, she was Sarah's mom. Older, wiser. But her eyes held depths I wanted to dive into. As July melted into August, tensions simmered. Sarah started dating Jake, a jock from our class, tall, charming, everything I wasn't. Watching them at the town fair, his arm around her, laughter echoing over cotton candy and Ferris wheel lights, jealousy gnawed at me. He's great, right? Sarah gushed later, as we lay on her bed staring at glow-in-the-dark stars. Yeah, super. I lied, my voice cracking. That night alone I admitted it to myself. I loved Sarah. Not as a friend. As more. But fate twisted the knife. At a backyard barbecue, burgers sizzling, neighbors chatting under string lights, Elena pulled me aside. Alex, about what I said. I see you looking at Sarah. It's okay to feel that way. My world tilted. What? I don't. She hushed me gently. I know because I felt it once. For a woman. My first love in college. It scared me, but embracing it set me free. Her confession hung in the air, electric. She was like me. Lesbian. Out and proud, quietly so in our conservative town. That revelation sparked something. We began talking more, late-night walks, sharing books on queer history. Elena's stories of 80s New York Stonewall echoes filled me with hope. But guilt crept in. Sarah noticed my distance. What's up with you and Mom? You're always whispering. I brushed it off, but the web tightened. One stormy afternoon, as rain pelted the windows, Sarah confronted me in her room. Alex, be honest. Do you like me? Like me? Panic surged. What? No, that's crazy. But my eyes betrayed me. She stepped back, hurt flashing. I thought we were friends. Best friends. Tears welled. We are. But, yeah, I do. The admission shattered us. She fled to Jake, leaving me in the downpour of regret. Elena found me sobbing on the porch. Oh, honey, she murmured, pulling me into a hug. Her embrace was safe, maternal yet charged. As thunder rolled, our lips met. A soft, tentative kiss born of shared pain. It was wrong, thrilling, a lifeline in the chaos. But secrets fester, and this one would explode. The kiss lingered like forbidden fruit, sweet and dangerous. In the days that followed, Elena and I navigated a minefield of stolen glances and whispered confessions. This can't happen, she said one evening in her bookstore after hours, shelves of romance novels mocking us. You're young, Alex. Sarah's friend. But her hand on my cheek said otherwise. We talked for hours about her marriage to Sarah's dad, a facade crumbling under her unspoken desires, about my fears of coming out in a town where rainbow flags were rare. America's changing, she encouraged. Look at the parades in the city. You deserve to march in one. Yet guilt shadowed every moment. Sarah, oblivious at first, grew distant. She spent more time with Jake, their dates flashing on social media. Picnics in Central Park, stolen from weekend trips. I buried myself in work, but the diner shifts blurred into monotony. One night, closing up, Elena appeared at the counter. Need a ride home? In her car, under the glow of street lamps, we parked by the river. Tell me about your dreams, she urged. I spoke of writing, escaping to San Francisco's vibrant queer scene. She listened, eyes shining. You're brave, Alex. Braver than I was. Our connection deepened, a blend of mentorship and budding romance. We attended a local book club, discussing Audre Lorde and Alison Bechdel, her foot brushing mine under the table. But cracks appeared. Sarah cornered me at school. Wait, no, we were out, but old habits die hard. At the community center where she volunteered. Mom's been weird. Happy but secretive. And you're avoiding me. I denied it, but lies have a way of unraveling. The betrayal hit like a freight train. It was Labor Day weekend, the town alive with parades and fireworks. Sarah invited me to a family picnic, a peace offering. As I arrived, Elena greeted me with a warm hug, too warm perhaps. Later, as we grilled hot dogs, Sarah's phone buzzed. Jake had sent a photo. Me and Elena, hands intertwined at the bookstore window, captured unknowingly. What the hell, Alex? Sarah's voice shattered the festivity. My mom? Really? The confrontation was brutal. In the backyard, amid folding chairs and discarded plates, Sarah's tears flowed. You kissed her? After I trusted you. Elena stepped in, face pale. Sarah, it's my fault. I should have known better. But the damage was done. Sarah stormed off, slamming doors. Neighbors whispered. Small-town gossip spread like wildfire. That night, alone in my room, I faced the mirror, broken chain mended but heart in pieces. Elena called, voice trembling. We need to talk. We met at the park, benches slick from evening dew. This hurts her, Alex. It's complicated. Tears stung. But I feel something real. She sighed. Me too. But family first. We parted with a chaste kiss promising space. Days turned to weeks of isolation. I wandered Maplewood streets, autumn leaves crunching underfoot, questioning everything. Was love worth the pain? Sarah avoided me, but fate intervened. At a high school reunion event, our class's informal gathering, she approached, eyes red. Jake cheated. With my cousin. Shock rippled. I'm sorry. We sat on the bleachers, stadium lights flickering. I was mad at you, but... Mom explained. She's always been lonely. And you. I get it now. I think I felt something too once. Her admission hung heavy. Had I misread? As fall deepened, reconciliations brewed. Elena invited us both to dinner. Pasta al dente, wine for her, soda for us. We're family in a way, she said. Awkward at first, laughter returned. Sarah shared her breakup woes. I confessed my fears. I'm gay, I said aloud for the first time. Elena beamed. Sarah hugged me. Proud of you. But drama lingered. Rumors reached my parents. Dad, a stoic mechanic. Mom, a teacher clinging to normalcy. Is it true? About you and Mrs. Thompson. Dad demanded over dinner. The air thickened. Not exactly. But I'm lesbian. Silence stretched, then Mom's hand on mine. We love you, Alex. Always. Their acceptance, hard won, mended old wounds. Yet Elena and I? We cooled, recognizing the age gap, the complications. You're meant for bigger things, she said one crisp morning, as we biked together full circle. Find someone your age. Her words echoed that first day, empowering. Sarah and I rebuilt stronger. Subtle shifts, her lingering gazes, shared secrets, hinted at more. One evening at a bonfire party, embers glowing, she leaned in. Alex, what if? Us. My heart soared. Our first kiss under stars tasted of possibility. High school echoes faded as college loomed. I got into NYU, Sarah to Rutgers. Distance loomed, but bonds held. Elena watched us with maternal pride. Her own journey inspiring. Love wins. She toasted at my goodbye party. New York City hit like a whirlwind, skyscrapers piercing the sky, subways rumbling. A far cry from Maplewood's sleepy charm. My dorm at NYU buzzed with fresh faces, ideas clashing like cymbals. Majoring in creative writing, I poured emotions into stories. Veiled tales of small-town secrets and forbidden loves. Sarah visited weekends, our relationship blossoming amid Central Park picnics and Broadway dreams. This is us, she'd say, hand in mine as tourists snapped photos. But distance tested us. Rutgers kept her busy, sorority events, late-night studies. Phone calls turned tense. Miss you, I'd text. Same, but delays grew. Elena checked in via calls, her voice a anchor. Young love's turbulent. Give it time. Her bookstore thrived, hosting queer author readings. Come visit, she'd urge. Thanksgiving brought reunion and rupture. Back home, turkey aromas filled the air, but undercurrents swirled. Sarah arrived with a new friend. Mia, a classmate, vibrant, outspoken, with piercings and a laugh like bells. Just a study buddy, Sarah insisted, but their chemistry sparked jealousy in me. At the dinner table, Elena's eyes met mine, understanding. Later, as we cleared plates, Sarah pulled me aside. Alex, Mia. She's helping me figure things out. My stomach dropped. Figure what? I'm bi, I think. And I kissed her. Betrayal stabbed deep. What? While we're together. Tears flowed. It was a mistake. I love you. But doubt seeded. We argued in whispers, Elena intervening. Communication, girls. Honesty heals. That night I biked alone, wind whipping tears, echoing that first broken chain. The fallout lingered through winter. Breakup texts flew. Accusations, apologies. Need space, Sarah wrote. Heartbroken, I threw myself into city life. Poetry slams in Greenwich Village, where queer voices echoed my pain. One night at a lesbian bar, dim lights, pulsing music. I met Riley, a photography student with tattoos and a wry smile. Dance? She asked. We did, bodies close, but my mind wandered to Sarah. Elena visited in spring, bearing books and wisdom. Over coffee in a Soho cafe, she listened. Betrayal hurts, but it's human. I cheated once in my marriage, emotional but still. Her vulnerability bridged gaps. Forgive yourself first. We walked arm in arm through blooming parks, her presence soothing. You're growing, Alex. That's beautiful. Reconciliation beckoned. Sarah called voice-breaking. I messed up. Mia was a fling. You're my heart. We met midway in a Philly diner neutral ground. Over cheesesteaks we bared souls. I was scared of committing, she admitted. But losing you terrifies me more. We rebuilt slowly, dates in the city, therapy sessions via Zoom. Elena mediated calls, her role evolving from confidant to family elder. Summer internship brought me back to Maplewood, working at Elena's bookstore, shelving dreams. Tensions resurfaced. One evening, closing up, Elena and I shared wine. Proud of you too, she said. But her hand lingered on mine, old sparks flickering. Elena, I whispered. She pulled back. No. You're with Sarah. Guilt surged. Had I betrayed in thought? The climax erupted at the town's pride event. First ever. Rainbow flags waving defiantly. Elena organized, Sarah and I marched. But Mia showed up uninvited. Just supporting, she claimed, but her eyes on Sarah ignited fire. Back off, I snapped. Argument ensued, public and raw. Sarah defended Mia. She's a friend. Hurt boiled. Choose then. In the aftermath, under festival lights, Sarah chose me. You're my future. Mia left, tail between legs. Elena hugged us both. Love's messy but worth it. That night, as fireworks burst, we three sat on the grass. Family forged in fire. College years flew. Graduations loomed. I landed a publishing gig in Brooklyn, Sarah in marketing nearby. We moved in together. A cozy apartment with views of the bridge. Elena visited often, her stories now including a new partner. Carla, an artist from the city. Second chances, she beamed. Reflecting that bike fix was the spark. Words that changed me. Embrace your truth. In America's melting pot we found our place. Queer, resilient, loved. Life post-college settled into a rhythm of ambition and affection. Brooklyn's brownstones became our backdrop. Morning coffees on stoops, evening walks in Prospect Park. Sarah thrived at her firm, pitching campaigns with flair. I edited manuscripts, words my weapon. Our love deepened, arguments rare but resolved with talks echoing Elena's wisdom. We're a team, Sarah would say, kissing my forehead. But drama never fully fades. A promotion took Sarah to Chicago, temporary 6 months. It's huge for my career, she pleaded. Reluctant, I agreed. Long distance revived old fears. Video calls sufficed at first, her tales of Windy City winds and deep dish pizza charming. But silences grew. Busy, she'd text. Elena sensed my unease during our weekly calls. Trust, Alex. It's the foundation. One weekend I surprised her. Flight booked impulsively. Arriving at her temp apartment, key under mat as promised, I found chaos. Clothes strewn, 2 wine glasses. Mia emerged from the bedroom, sheet-wrapped. Alex? Oh God. Sarah followed, face ashen. It's not. But it was. Betrayal redux, deeper, sharper. The flight home blurred in tears. Elena met me at the airport, arms open. Come stay with me. In Maplewood, amid familiar streets, I crumbled. Why again? She held me. People falter. But you deserve better. Days of soul-searching followed, biking old paths, journaling pains. Elena shared her own heartbreaks. Post-divorce flings, loneliness. Healing takes time. But you're not alone. Sarah bombarded with apologies, calls, texts, flowers. I was lonely. Stupid. I blocked her, needing space. Friends rallied, old classmates, NYU pals. One, Riley, reconnected via social, offered distraction. Coffee turned to dates. Her camera captured my smiles, easing aches. You're radiant, she'd say. Tentative romance bloomed, gentle and new. Elena watched warily. Rebound? She queried. Maybe, but it feels right. Yet Sarah persisted, showing up in Brooklyn unannounced. Please, Alex. One talk. In a neutral cafe, tears flowed. I love you. Always have. Her vulnerability cracked my walls. But trust's broken. We parted unresolved, a limbo of longing. High drama peaked at Elena's birthday bash. Back in Maplewood, garden lit with lanterns. Sarah attended, invited by her mom. Tensions simmered. As toasts rang, Sarah pulled me aside. I'm moving back. For us. Skeptical, I hesitated. Then Mia called. Sarah answered, hanging up quickly. Old news, she claimed. Doubt flared. Confrontation in the garden? Be honest. Sarah confessed. Mia was a mistake. Again. But it made me realize you're it. Hurt raged. Elena intervened. Enough cycles. Decide. Sarah chose, blocking Mia, vowing change. Believe me. Tentatively, I did. Rebuilding was arduous, couples therapy in the city, honest dialogues. Elena facilitated family sessions, her Carla adding levity. Love's a marathon, Carla quipped. Slowly, trust mended. Sarah relocated, our apartment alive again. Years passed. We married in a simple ceremony, Central Park, fall leaves swirling. Elena walked us down the aisle, tears gleaming. My girls. Vows echoed commitments. Through betrayals to humanity's core. Forgiveness, growth. Our story inspired others. I wrote a memoir, Broken Chains, detailing our journey, small-town roots to urban triumphs. Book tours brought us coast to coast, sharing messages of queer resilience in America. Elena's bookstore hosted launches, pride flags waving. In quieter moments, biking Brooklyn paths, Sarah's hand in mine, I reflected. That first fix, those words. They shattered illusions, rebuilt authenticity. Love's not perfect, dramatic, emotional, but human. And in that, beautiful. Decades wove our tapestry richer. In our 40s, Sarah and I adopted twins, Ella and Max, from a foster system echoing America's diverse heart. Our Brooklyn home buzzed with laughter, crayon art on walls, soccer games in the park. Careers flourished. Sarah led a diversity-focused ad agency. My books topped lists, amplifying queer voices. Elena, now grandma figure, visited often with Carla, spoiling the kids with stories of Aunt Alex's wild youth. But life tests eternally. Elena's health scare, a breast cancer diagnosis, shook foundations. Stage 2, she announced over family dinner, voice steady but eyes fearful. We rallied. Chemo drives to Manhattan hospitals, meals prepped, bookstore covered. Sarah and I alternated shifts, holding her hand through nausea. You're my rocks, she'd whisper. Amid treatments, reflections deepened. Remember that bike, Alex? Elena mused one hospital afternoon for dripping. It was a metaphor. Life breaks, we mend. Her words, ever profound, fueled resolve. Remission came, celebrated with a trip to San Francisco. Pride parade, Castro streets alive with color. This is freedom, Elena declared, rainbow scarf fluttering. Sarah and I faced our storms too. A work scandal, Sarah accused of plagiarism by a rival, threatened her job. Media frenzy ensued, tabloids twisting our lesbian family into sensationalism. Small minds, I comforted as we huddled with lawyers. Support poured. Community rallies, online petitions. Cleared. Sarah emerged stronger, channeling into advocacy, speaking at TEDx on ethical marketing. Betrayal's shadow lingered faintly. An old flame contacted me. Riley, now a famed photographer. Coffee. Temptation flickered, but transparency won. I told Sarah we laughed it off. We're solid, she affirmed. As kids grew, we instilled values. Acceptance, resilience. Ella came out as non-binary at 16. Max dated boys freely. Thanks to you, they said. Family vacations to national parks, Yosemite's majesty, Grand Canyon's depths, reinforced bonds. America's beauty and diversity, Elena taught. In twilight years, we retired to a coastal Maine cottage, waves crashing, lighthouses guiding. Elena joined us, her Carla past but memories warm. Evenings by fire, we recounted tales. That fateful bike, kisses stolen, hearts mended. Sarah's passing came first, sudden, a heart attack at 70. Grief engulfed, but legacy endured. Our children, grandchildren. At her memorial under maple trees reminiscent of home, Elena and I stood arm in arm. She changed us, I eulogized. Love eternal. Elena followed years later, peacefully in sleep. Her final words. Keep writing, Alex. The chain's strong now. Alone but surrounded by family, I wrote our epic, 5,000 words barely scratching. In America's vast landscape, our story. Dramatic turns, emotional depths, romantic highs, human truths. From a broken bike to unbroken spirits, we lived fully, lovingly. The end wasn't tragic, it was triumphant. In quiet moments biking coastal paths, I felt them. Sarah's laughter in wind, Elena's wisdom in waves. Changed forever, I saw myself, whole loved human.